here. Matter of fact, her daughter was still working here. And Gina rounded up everything that belonged to her and rented a storage. And Gina got some help and moved all of Margie's stuff out of here into a storage.
Well, if she was back anything like she is now back then, that had to have been a hell of a job.
Oh, I saw pictures. It was a big storage, and they had it shoved in there from floor to ceiling. All the way, when you open the door, stuff would fall out at you.
Mm-hmm. Well, do you know her house, Margie's house there on Frontier? You can't even get inside it. It is completely full.
Of what?
Junk she's collected.
Maybe it'll all fall on her and smother her.
I would really be relieved if it did. It's like the Kwanzaa building behind the liquor store.
The what?
We call it the Kwanzaa Hut. It's a metal building behind Margie's liquor store.
Do I know about this? What is it?
Big dome-shaped building.
Oh, I don't go around her. I have
That
no
thing's
interest.
just a complete fire hazard. It's piled completely full from beginning to end. The second building of the apartments that I live in, you can't even get inside them because they're completely full of her junk. I said, the woman needs to be committed or something.
And she has no money, and she's got all this junk. Probably not worth anything, though.
None of it is. It's clothes, stuff like that. It's stuff in her brain, she thinks is valuable. But there's no value to it. It's all rotted and mildewed and everything else.
Well, she doesn't like me because I serve a lot of process, and the owner of the building over here wanted her out because she wouldn't pay the rent. So
I was there that day too.
Yeah. I have a standard policy. Anybody wants to sue her, I serve her for free. Isn't that mean? There you go. That's how mean I am. No, I mean, it's not right. She owes these people money, and she doesn't want to pay them, and so then when they sue her...
It's like the guy that makes the signs right up here. I was looking for him to sue her soon.
Why?
She hired him to make all kind of signs. He made them, she never paid him.
Wow.
But, like I said, the woman's just completely insane, and I did not want to see someone get hurt because they didn't know she was out gunning for him.
Wow.
I said, personally, I think the woman needs to be stopped somehow.
Well, if you've been by my house, then you've seen my dog.
Actually, they have barked at me more than once.
Don't go in my yard.
Never.
Hooch is 200 pounds, and she...
No, she's tried to get me to come in this office and act like I needed to talk to y'all about bail bond, getting bonded or something, and I've refused to do that one.
Well, I can tell you, we keep the door locked all the time because, like I said, you're not the first one, you know, and unfortunately she gets people in a spot where they don't have any choice but do what she wants, and so if they don't, then she'll either she's got them on bond, she'll put them back in jail,
for a little while.
She'll put them back in jail, or she'll boot them out.
Yeah, every single deal she made with me, every promise she made for me is fallen flat. January of, not last year, but year before, I got caught driving under suspension and 2 failure to use turn signals and no insurance, and was, of course, taken to jail. She bonded me out that morning, and she told me as long as I was working for her, she'd pay the tickets.
She didn't pay.
I paid the first half. I paid $500 of them myself. She was supposed to pay the second half. It wasn't long before I was arrested again. And I called her, of course. Says, Margie, I'm in jail because you didn't pay these tickets. Well, there's nothing I can do about it. And I set 9 more days to pay the tickets off.
But at least you didn't owe her anything after
Exactly. Sorry. And at that point is when I started trying to back away from her. So my wife's health, I haven't been able to really do that. Because my wife's medical bills and medicine is very expensive. And Margie's always kept her in her heart medicines.
Because she wanted you...
Now, Margie's refusing to even do that.
Well, she's broke.
Yeah, I know.
You know, she doesn't have any money. So, you know, it's not that she's refusing. You know,
I kind of figured that out because my apartment's supposed to be all bills paid and my electricity keeps getting turned off.
Yeah.
I'm getting really tired of going home to the dark. Now, if y'all want me to talk to y'all's friend, if that'll help y'all stop her from hurting someone, I will do it.
Yeah, you know, I mean, sooner or later she's going to find some jackass that's going to walk in the door and try to shoot him.
Yeah.
You know, and we know that she comes by our house.
She's told me different restaurants that y'all eat at.
Where?
I forget the name of that little one. Like I said, I don't remember the names of them. I am sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
But she would we'd be driving somewhere. She'd be like, they eat there at this time of the day. It'd be easy to go in there and take care of him. I'm like, Margie, I'm not a killer. The last thing I killed had 4 legs. I got a strong belief. If you can't eat it, don't kill it.
Except spiders.
No, I don't kill spiders.
I
scream and run like a little girl. There's a difference. My wife is my big defender when it comes to spiders. Having a
Get
string.
bit by one, I tell you what, you'll kill every one of them you see. I had a spider bite.
I used to have real long hair. Went to open a window one day, my head hit a spider web that was full of babies. And they got in my hair, and they had to shave it off. And ever since then, I hate those spiders.
Yeah. Oh, I wonder who if you're not working for her, I wonder who she'll have doing the following around.
Maybe we'll be back on Ray and Sue.
What does Sue look like?
Kind of chubby, short girl. Like I said, she's kind of chubby, kind of dirty, blondish brown hair, getting a lot of gray in it. You've seen Ray's truck. It's actually Sue's truck. Sue McAvoy.
I don't know any of these people. I stay completely away from her.
It's her son's, come on.
Oh, they want you.
Tough. I'm busy.
Yeah, that's what I just told somebody. Then I found out that
Well, I know who it is.
a friend of mine, his mom died. Had to go to Iowa.
It's my wife, but
Oh, well.
she can wait. She's laying in the hospital. She's not going nowhere.
Well, let's hope she's not going anywhere.
She's too stubborn to go anywhere. She pulled out of a 1.5-month coma.
Wow.
When they sat there and told us that she couldn't.
So why is Margie now hell-bent to boot you out?
Mainly because I've quit going by y'all's house. I've quit doing anything like that. She's tried a week ago to get me to come up here and go through y'all's trash again. I just looked at her, Margie, I'm not doing that crap anymore.
Well, tell her you will. I mean, if it's going to keep you, I'll find you some good stuff you can take to her and say you got it on the trash can. I don't know, we'll find something.
Like I said, as soon as I can find another place, I'm gone. As soon as I can find another place to move, I'm moving, and I'm cutting ties with that woman because...
Problem for CJ is that she'll just find somebody else. He's been dealing with this since the first time...
10 years now.
Yeah, actually longer than that. He had a heart attack years ago, and they now think that it was chemically induced at Margie's hands.
I wouldn't doubt that at all.
So, and then a friend of ours, he's in the same business that I'm in, chasing people down for the bondsman. She actually approached him. She gave him money and tried to get him to do the job. And he went to the OSBI and reported it. And since then, and he went to him and told him, and since then it's been one person after another.
Well, eventually she's going to find somebody who's going to do it.
Yes.
I will try to stay friends with her as long as I can and try to keep y'all updated on if she tries anything, because I don't want to see an innocent person get hurt, because the woman is completely insane.
Yes, she is. I mean, you can't, she'll go around 1 minute talking about him like they're still married, and And then the next minute, she wants him dead.
Yeah, supposedly one day you screamed at her that you never stopped loving her or something. That she asked you why you left, or why you didn't love her no more. And I think she literally dreams this stuff up out of her head.
She watches too much TV.
She does something.
Wow.
I said, I know everything she has is falling apart. Her bail bonds business is a joke. The liquor stores, once Ray Sr. and Jim can't work them no more, I don't know what's going to happen to them.
Well, let's see. She owns, one of them she owns I'm thinking one she owns the liquor store, but not the building.
That would be fair.
Okay, and then she owns the other one she owns the building, but not the liquor store.
That would be Margie's.
That's kind of the extent of what I don't get into business.
Yeah, apparently you can't own 2 liquor stores or something.
I don't have a clue.
Know. She breaks the law there. She has me work there. I don't have a liquor license.
What do you do?
I run cash register and everything.
Wow.
Just about every holiday. I go in there, run registers, sack beer or whiskey. And I'm not supposed to do none of that.
What's your conviction for?
Sexual solicitation of a minor.
You didn't kill nobody, yeah?
No. Right. I was a bass player in a band. Saw a girl in a bar where I was playing music in. She was sitting there drinking a beer. She was cute. I picked her up. We went back to her place. We done our thing. We were laying there in bed. A car pulled up. She freaked out, said it was her parents, told me to go out the window. I'm thinking, okay, so she lives with her parents. Big deal. I was like, I'm not crawling out a window. I've got pride. I walked out the front door and shook her daddy's hand on the way out the door. Time I got home, the police were sitting in my driveway.
Wow.
She even tried to go to court and tell them that she lied to me about her age.
They don't care.
They offered me a plea bargain. I really wish I had looked into that better. I knew nothing about the registration laws or any of that.
How long ago was that?
It's been 12 years.
How long is your sentence?
I'm going to be on it forever now. 2 failure to registers. I was only supposed to be on it for 10 years.
Then they have to take you off.
That's what I thought, but they said because I got the failure to registers, it reset it each time.
No.
I
think so, because I've seen some stuff that David Slane. You should go talk to David Slane, and he does some great stuff.
Because I just got out about 6 months before I met Margie from my last failure to register.
She bonded you then?
No. Like I said, the traffic ticket's the only time I've ever been on bond with her.
What would it take for her to start talking to you about doing something to me?
Go riding with her. All I gotta do is get her to take me riding to talk to me about anything, and it'll come up. It always does.
Yeah, she's obsessed. She's totally obsessed.
I'm not one that likes the law in any way. Kind of got railroaded and screwed over by them. But
you got screwed over by a under 16-year-old who shouldn't have been in a bar, and a bar owner that let her in the bar. That's where you went wrong.
I thought the bar should have got in trouble for that one, but they didn't.
Yeah, I agree. But I think you can get off. I mean, we'll talk about that later, but I think you can get off the registry if your time is up.
God, that'd be wonderful.
Because
I'm not on probation, parole, or nothing. I've discharged
I know an
everything.
attorney that, his name's David Slane, he's doing a lot of that.
I know they've been taking a lot of people off from it.
Yeah.
It's like but I'm not exactly legal even where I'm living. I can't live in them apartments. They're not in the green zone.
Yeah, so you need to get off that.
So I'm registered transient, which again works out great for her because she wants to know what vehicles are parked here every Tuesday morning.
Parked here?
Mm-hmm.
Why Tuesdays?
That's my registration day. I go down to the registration office every Tuesday morning. You'd be surprised.
We have a very boring life.
You'd be surprised how many cars have been parked here that wasn't really here.
we lead
We
lead a very boring life. We're here, we post bonds, if somebody's running, you know, I'm out doing that and chasing people that don't go to court. And other than that, that's it. We spent a lot of time working on his house to sell it, which we sold it.
Congratulations.
And it was a nice place. We did a bunch of work to it.
I wonder if that's one of them I drove by.
Out in Spencer, the one that's
That's it.
Yeah, it wasn't a rent house. That was his house.
Because she was convinced that you had the trailers that she was looking for there. And that was when I still had the YS10. Because you had me drive out there. It was the only time I went by that one. And she says you own a bunch of them down there on Southside.
Bunch of what?
Rent houses that you took away from her. That you picked the best ones and left her with the shit. Dude, the way she makes it sound is when you married her, it was to get what you could, and you smuggled it out a little bit at a time until you divorced her.
You got some stuff hiding, dude?
I guess so.
She's got
Lay down on the table or I'm going to blackmail you.
She's got a list a mile long of stuff that you supposedly took from her.
What do you think he took?
Bobcat, trailers, the houses, money, guns. Just anything you can think of. Anytime we're working on one of the houses, say we need a piece of equipment. Well, I had it before CJ took it. And then the next minute, she's completely in love with you again. I said, the woman's completely bipolar.
Yeah, she's crazy.
Extremely.
That's sad.
Like I said, I don't want to see you get shot because of that crazy ass woman.
It'll happen one of these days.
I hope that fate will shine on you enough that you can see it coming and shoot first. Because by what I hear, you're a pretty good shot.
Yeah, I'd like for if you know, I mean, I can't force you, but I'd like for you to have a conversation with a friend of mine. He's a cop, you know, because my kids are cops, and so we know a lot of cops.
Yep, I drove by twice before I pulled in because I kind of expected them to be here.
No.
I was a little nervous.
No. You know, it's if you're coming forward and you're saying, let me talk to you and tell you what's going on, that you're not a threat. You know, you're being a friend.
I don't mean no harm to y'all in any way. I don't want to see harm come to either of y'all. That's why I come forward.
There's no reason for her to, except that she needs money, and she needs money fast. He took her to court. She actually had $1.5 million in life insurance. If he dies under mysterious circumstances, the insurance company will pay it because it's already been in court. It's already part of the court record that she's trying to hire people to kill him. People have come forward and said she's trying to get me to kill him. And so they're not going to pay her. If somebody comes, walks in the door and shoots him, she's not going to get a penny. She would have to prove that she wasn't involved. And they'll keep that in litigation for so long.
Yeah.
You know, but...
Well, like I said, I'll talk to you, friend.
He'll be back. He's out of town. He'll be back Wednesday. He's a good guy to know. Seriously. He's a really good guy to know. And I would appreciate it. He would appreciate it. Because he's lived all these years with Margie constantly. She drives around the office.
Mm-hmm.
At one point, I don't know if you know that she got radios. She had radios that were the same frequency as she lied to the radio company. We had to leave our radio company and go to another radio company because she had gotten her hands on radio.
I know she's tried to clone your cell phones.
That's funny.
She's called the phone company claiming to be your wife to try to get records from this office's phone.
Can't tell you how many people call here want me to pay why don't I pay my bills? They're looking for, seriously. So I'll answer the phone and they'll say, Mrs. Knight, we need you to pay this or pay that. It's like, no, wrong person.
Yeah, I've seen how the bill collectors hound her.
Yeah.
Like I said, at first I just went along with everything she asked.
Well, you didn't know.
Well, all I had to go on was what she told me. And she literally made it sound like you were the biggest homeworker in the world, that you had him either blackmailed or brainwashed.
Are you brainwashed?
Yes, naturally.
Okay.
But the more I've looked around, the more I've talked to people, and the more I've seen from her, I know she's completely insane.
But all it takes is one crazy person talking to another crazy person, and they can do some crazy shit.
Yeah.
You watch the bomb.
Well, she knows that when I lived in Arkansas and when I lived in Wyoming, I worked doing mining. I'm a fair-handed explosives. She's offered me a pretty good size sum of money to blow this thing up.
The building?
Yep.
Hey, we got insurance?
All because
Let's
of the
talk!
color,
No.
all because of the color you painted it.
What color?
The colors outside?
Oh, the signs?
Yeah. Because that was the color you and her were going to make y'all's business when you were together. And you did it to make her mad.
Actually, that wasn't the color that you guys had, was it? I'm the one that wanted yellow with black because when you do marketing, we'll show you that if you throw a box of cards in a box, business cards, throw them in a box, the yellow card with the black print stands out better than the other.
And then she's tried to pay me to sabotage y'all's little meat wagon out there more times than I can count.
Maybe she's who smashed my windshield.
Out of that one?
Yes, my paddy wagon.
Mm-hmm.
Just, what, a month ago?
Well, actually, it wasn't her. It was Ray.
Ray.
Yeah, he tried to get me to go along with that one.
What my little paddy wagon do to anybody? You know,
It's an advertisement.
It's a great advertisement, isn't it?
It is. It's very eye-catching.
Yeah, it's cool. I like it. It's fun to drive, too.
Yeah, I don't know how he done it, but I do know he did it.
I smashed the windshield. It's okay.
She wanted me to come loosen the lug nuts on it, take the drive shaft, dope the engine, cut the brake lines.
It's just an old truck. It really doesn't move a whole lot.
I've noticed that.
It's just for advertisement. You know.
She's asked me to come and set the fire truck on fire.
Now, I have a problem with that. That's my fire truck.
It never heard something as classic and beautiful as that.
It's a 1964 LaFrance.
That thing is absolutely beautiful.
You know, LaFrance went out of business again. Yeah, a fire truck didn't hurt nobody. And that would be ugly. Who would burn a fire truck?
She's tried to get,
you know,
she went and actually bought the paintball
so
equipment.
she wanted you to cut my brake lines?
She's went and bought the paintball equipment and wanted me to come by and shoot up the building with paintballs just to make it look bad.
And that's all right. It needs a good power wash. I wouldn't mind.
So I refused to do it. I was like, Margie, I'm not trying to go to jail. I've been there. It's not fun.
Well, you know, the sad part is that my understanding, and I wasn't involved, but this is coming from her daughter Gina, because Gina worked for them.
Mm-hmm.
And since she wants to tell you stories, what Gina told me was that they argued all the time. That Margie would tell her, you know, I wish he would just die. I wish he would just go away. You know, when they were together, she hated him. And so Gina was the first one that said you have to watch her because she believed that she would try to poison him.
Well, I can help you understand a little bit of her. You're the only man that ever left her.
That's what Gina says, too.
She left all the others. You're the only one that's ever left her.
Did Gina tell you that, or did Margie?
Just from listening to her.
Just listening to her? Yeah, but he left her because she was trying to kill him. And it didn't have anything to do with me.
I don't blame you for leaving.
Yeah, that's crazy.
How come y'all don't have a restraining order or something against that crazy woman? Keeping her away. That way at least you can put her in jail if she comes back around.
Got to be able to prove it. She gets other people to drive her around.
Yep.
You know, you're not the first girl that rented that was renting. She was renting the building around the corner. she would have same thing. Every time she'd get a new car, she'd say, "Oh, give me a ride," and they'd end up spending hours sitting in front of my house watching it to see what's going on. It's like there's nothing going on at my house.
No.
I told him that's the house that she told everybody that you bought for me. Problem is, I've been there for over 20 years. I didn't know you 20 years ago.
Well, like I said, I am honestly afraid that she's to that point that she's really going to try something.
She is. And if we don't have a few people step up and say, I mean, honestly, if we don't have a few people step up and speak the truth, she's going to find somebody who's crazy that's going to do it.
Yeah.
You know, it will happen. And it's a reality that we both live with every day. She hates me just because I'm here.
Yep.
You know, and she hates my children because I'm here. You know, what kind of crazy person does that?
Like I said, the woman's got some major mental issues. My wife is terrified of her.
That's sad.
We live in constant fear. We can't even sit down and eat and enjoy eating at home for worrying about her showing up. Because she'll show up 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning.
What does she want?
Drive past your house and see what cars are there.
It's only my car there. My car, his truck.
And then I get the questions, well, could you see through any of the windows? No, Miss Margie. Are you sure you couldn't see CJ in there? And until today, this is the first time I've ever actually seen your face.
Well, realistically, you can't get close enough to the house without the dogs wanting to rip you apart. You can't get close enough. There are little dogs in the house that yuck. If you get anywhere near that back fence, then Hooch thinks you're a threat. He's 200 pounds. He'll just push the gate open.
It all started with me going by there because I had a friend that lived not too far from y'all over on Melody Drive, and she found out I was going over there every other night.
Who do you know in my neighborhood?
Louis Cotto.
Has been there long?
No. And he's not there now. He just moved back to Florida.
Yeah, I've been there a very long time.
He was a former cop from Florida, a good friend of mine. She hired him as a bounty hunter for a while, ripped him off.
Of course.
We spent about 3 weeks hunting this one guy down, found him, and literally hand-delivered him right to her. And she never paid him.
Wow.
And like I said, it's to the point that my wife is ready to leave me if I don't find another place.
What would you do if you were him? Knowing what she's doing, what would you do?
You don't want me to answer that.
No, I don't mean anything illegal because we're not going to go there. Seriously.
Because I'm an old Arkansas redneck.
Yeah.
And once you threaten me or my family,
I know.
all bets are off.
Yeah, but you know, you got to remember too that we all know she's crazy, and so.
And unfortunately, a restraining order ain't gonna do a damn bit good.
No, it's just a piece of paper.
Exactly.
And
they can walk through them.
It would actually give her an opportunity to be standing face to face with him in court, and she would think that he did it because he wanted to see her. You know, that's exactly. You know, so outside of shooting her, what would you do?
I just don't know. I don't know what to do about it.
Because we're taking suggestions. You tell me what you think.
The best I can do is, for as long as I'm around her, if I hear of her planning to try to do anything and it seems like it's serious, I'll call you and give you a heads up.
Well, I think she's always serious.
Oh, yeah, she's serious. I mean, if I think somebody's actually serious about taking her up on it. But me, I know everything she's offering is BS. I know she's broke.
Yeah, well, I mean, she gets in debt, she's got to have $500,000. But, of course, remember, it's that simple law of economics. If you owe more than you have, you're broke. If she owes the court $150,000, that's a good chunk of it there.
Trust me, I'm broke. Been there for a while. I'm in debt up to my ears.
Well, she's kept you that way.
Yeah.
Because you're more useful to her if you're broke.
If I have
you're
no way out.
beholden to her.
Yeah, if I have no way out.
You know, and I'll be honest with you. I think that the eviction thing is for her, so that she can back you in a corner and you can say, Margie, what do you want me to do? What is it gonna take for you to get off my back?
Yep.
And I think at that point, she'll make an offer to you. And, you know, quite frankly, if she makes an offer to you, just agree to it. I mean,